What's up, guys? We have got some big news coming out of the Hollywood Reporter today. They're telling us that Kathleen Kennedy has bilm fired from Lucasfilm. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. This isn't the article. These are the rantings of a lunatic.
Yeah.
They are telling us that Kathleen Kennedy's contract to head up Lucasfilm, to be the president of Lucasfilm, has been extended for another 3 years.
Yeah.
So, despite wild, rampant rumors that she would be fired by the end of September...
Which I still don't know where those came from.
Sources.
Yeah,
those inside sources.
We gotta get us one of those sources.
I know, but apparently they're wrong all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, people were saying she'd be fired by the end of September. It looks like the complete opposite has happened, and she gets to keep her job for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it. I think she's been doing a great job, and I don't know how to make movies, so...
I mean, yeah, 4 movies. One of them was a flop. It didn't do well at all at the box office, and they're still looking at $4.5 billion. I think they're doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's been a producer for some of the biggest movies of all time.
Like our entire childhood.
Yeah. And I've always said, like, I think she's doing a great job. I don't see what she's doing that's ruining Star Wars for people.
It's that people want a scapegoat. That's it. So they've chosen Kathleen and Rian Johnson.
Yeah. But not Bob Iger, I guess. Even though he just recently kind of owned up to some things being his fault.
It's funny, like, honestly, in normal circumstances, like before The Last Jedi, I would say, I thought that Kathleen Kennedy was doing a good job, but I also, like, if anyone wanted to mix up leadership, I've never really cared who is in charge. Like, I don't really care if Kevin Feige is in charge at Marvel. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. It's like, if I like the movie, I like the movie, and that's it. So normally I wouldn't care about this sort of thing, but I don't know, so many people have decided to die on this hill and be so angry about it that I'm like, it's kind of entrenched me a little bit to be like, yeah, I'm glad that she's staying.
Yeah. So why do you think people are so against Kathleen Kennedy as a person?
Well, I mean, obviously The Last Jedi did create some division. It didn't sit well with some people. I think that's when things really started to fall apart. And the thing I always see brought up is that she attacks the fans, which blows my mind that people say that. Like, these people be like, she attacked us and she hates men. And like, I'll ask people, is that
because of the Force's female
that's part
Nike?
Of it.
That was the Nike slogan, by the way.
Yeah, it's a Nike shirt. That's part of it. But there's also, every time someone asks, like, can you give me the source for that quote? It's her saying that she doesn't feel the need to cater to angry men who are demanding this, that, and the other. And people are twisting that into, like, she hates all men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what universe do you live in? That's her attacking you.
The sad thing is that I think that this is just a lot of angry men who are threatened by women who are in charge of their Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that there is a bit of a push to make Star Wars more inclusive. And I think that's a good thing. I think that they can be doing more to make it more inclusive. And people who are against that, I don't know. It's just like, Star Wars should be for everyone. I don't know why that's hard for people to digest.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's for kids.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're right. It should be all inclusive and diverse.
Yes. Taking a stand. One other thing that I wanted to point out on that article is that it says, quote, after the box office disappointment of Solo: A Star Wars Story, the studio plans to expand the universe with new characters introduced in movies and television shows. The near future of Star Wars lies in television, which I guess that kind of feels like a no-brainer, especially since we don't know what movies are coming after Episode 9, and we do know that the Clone Wars and Resistance and Jon Favreau's show are all coming, but the idea that they are planning to expand the universe with new characters, what do you feel about that?
I think it's great. I mean, look at how successful Netflix is with their own shows. I mean, they're winning all kinds of awards. They're fantastic. And I think Disney is realizing that, and they're coming out with their streaming service. They're switching over to concentrate more on, like you said, television. And I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, and I'm happy because I've been saying that, I mean, so I don't really like love The Last Jedi. I'm not angry about it, but I do think that there were some things in it where I was like, I don't know if I don't think I'd be even remotely upset about this if it weren't for the fact that we're dealing with legacy characters. And I think that that's kind of part of the reason some people are so angry about it and hateful, is that they have come to know and love these characters and they want them to be treated a certain way. So I think that it is good that we expand the universe, get away from the Skywalkers a little more, and give us new characters to fall in love with that aren't necessarily related to the Skywalker saga. I'll be super sad to see it end, but I'm like also ready for it.
I really liked The Last Jedi. I don't feel too heavily either way about it, but I will say that it's the only Star Wars movie that has made me feel the most emotion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like, the ups and downs is crazy in that movie, and it's very emotional, and every time I watch it, it's like it sucks me in.
I mean, the way I describe The Last Jedi is, for me, it's a movie of high highs and low lows. It has some of my favorite Star Wars stuff ever in it, and it has some of my least favorite stuff in Star Wars in it, but that's true of every movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much that you can do. And I mean, we should point out that the whole handling of Lucasfilm, I don't think it's been completely smooth sailing. I mean, look at Rogue One, look at Solo, but the fact that Solo and Rogue One went through what they went through and they still came out as very well-liked movies is astonishing. And it shows to me that they are willing and committed to pumping out good movies. And if it's not working, if they don't think that it's gonna be what we want to see, they're gonna redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, they can't do that over and over and over.
Right.
So I hope that they have learned some lessons, but
I think that's what they mean when they say they're going to slow down. I think they're going to take a lot more time to figure out exactly what they want to do and how it's going to work, and make sure that they don't have to make the movie twice.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's an important thing to do.
Yeah.
But I've always been, I guess, comforted by the idea that they're like, this isn't working. We're willing to sink a lot more money into it to make sure that it does.
Because it's Star Wars, you kind of have to.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anything else you have to say on all this?
I'm just, like, people asked me a couple of times, like, why are you happy about this news? And I was like, I don't really know how to answer that, but I mean, I'm happy that she's going to continue to work on the Star Wars movies, and I am also happy that, you know, she didn't step down. A lot of people were like, either she's going to be fired or she's definitely going to step down. She shouldn't step down from anything that's like giving in to bullies, basically.
Right. I mean, eventually she's going to resign, but yeah, it's like, I don't want her to.
Like, I don't want her to resign.
Not resign, I should say retire. That's what I mean.
Yeah, resign or step down, retire, whatever you want to call it. I don't want her to have to do that because of the backlash that she gets from these angry people on the internet.
Yeah. I'm very glad that she's like, 3 more years, sign me up.
Yeah. Good
for you.
She's a hardworking lady.
Yeah. You retire when you want to, and you deserve to relax and just have a treat yourself day.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I have to say on it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy about it because, like you said, it's not giving in to bullies and just anger and hate, and it's sticking with it. And I admire the hell out of it.
I feel like there's a quote there somewhere. Where does that lead to?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go watch Last Jedi again.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you guys think. Honestly, I'm probably not going to read the comments on this one. I'm going to just throw that out there. This video is just going to go up and we're going to walk away. But feel free to give us your thoughts. I'm sure some of you will. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel.
And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for more of our in-depth thoughts.
As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.